Hi my lovelies, and welcome to my channel Feathers from Heaven Tarot. So today I'll be doing a reading just to have a look at what your married life would be like, and this is actually a subscriber's or viewer's suggestion. So she suggested or requested this, shall I say, in the comments of one of my videos. So I decided to record a video based on her suggestion. So it's going to be, what would married life be like, and what can you expect? Okay, so for those of you that are not looking to get married, it will just be like your really long-term relationship. So your next long-term relationship, what will life be like with your serious partner? So it's either a future spouse or a very long-term committed relationship. Okay, so I have 3 piles for you to pick from. So pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi there, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. So let's have a look at what your what married life or your next very long-term committed relationship will be like. So what will life be together, what can you expect? Yeah, so we'll be free-flowing. I'm just going to see what kind of messages come through. So what we'll do, we'll pull some oracle cards and then some tarot, and then just see what life will be like for you. So for my pile number 1, what will life be like with their future spouse or their future very long-term partner relationship? So what will life be like together? What will married life be like together? Let's have a look. Ooh, lovely. So pile number 1, straight away, what I'm seeing for you is you might travel a lot with your future spouse, future partner. So there's a lot of journeys. So this could be 2 ways. So it could be kind of physical journey where you're taking trips and you are traveling the world, or you may not just be traveling the world, you might just be exploring your own country. So for example, like in the UK, you might, you know, decide to explore London, then explore Wales, or move to, I don't know, Manchester, or, you know, so you could just take little short journeys. For others it could be like longer journeys, so traveling literally across the world, just seeing what there is. I feel like for this pile, there's also journey. There's going to be a lot of journey in your relationship. So it might be that you move house. There might be quite a few moves. So obviously, if this is a person that you might be with, you know, till you retire or till the end, then it will be where you actually see the journeys through. So you might just like, for it, this is just an example, obviously we have different age groups here, so it might be like you meet this person in your late 20s or in your 20s, so you see life through your 20s, in through your 30s. You may, if you decide to have children, you'll see life with, you know, as it is with the children, so going through the different milestones in life, and then obviously going through career changes and then retirement, those kind of journeys, some major life journeys together. It may as well, it might also be kind of journeying through life in terms of experiences that you will have together. So really big experiences. You might, as I said, move. So for some of you, there might be quite a few moves that you decide to do, and that's just life. You know, everyone's different. Some people might sort of decide that they, you know, grow up in a particular area and then might kind of live or stay in that area, but just have little mini moves. For others it could be that they just, you know, have 1 or 2 moves. For others it would be many kind of moves in life. So obviously it does depend, obviously how old you are and how many, you know, the milestones that you will experience together. But there is journey in terms of what your life will be like. There is movement. It's not a stagnant relationship in terms of I don't see it being you meet, you get married and you just stay in one place forever, you know. So that's another example I can give you. I also see that this relationship or married life or relationship would be something that's very healing and will bring you a lot of happiness, so to the both of you. So I feel like I feel like it could be that you know, your divine counterpart kind of situation where you're bringing healing to each other's lives and happiness, and because of that healing and happiness and that sort of joyful energy, you're automatically kind of raising your vibration. You're really feeling happy, you're feeling content, and you're attracting abundance into your life. So you will feel like there's nothing that you feel like you need or want, because you have everything. There's a lot of gratitude in this relationship where you have everything that you need financially. So I'm not saying you're going to be millionaires, but for some of you, you might be. I'm not saying no, but it's just like because obviously there's many people watching it with cornucopia. It's like you're bringing in abundance in your life and prosperity, and this could be many forms. So obviously we've got the food here, like the harvest feeling, that you will, you know, want nothing, you will never go without in terms of food, clothing, material needs and wants. So I feel like it will be stages. You might not be there straight away when you first start off life together, so it might be a journey that you take and you embark on together. For some of you, it might be that you both decide to have a business together at some point in your life, and you know, you support each other, which brings in this beautiful abundance. For others, it could just be that you're really supporting each other's career choices, career path. You may need to meet, so you may need to move. So for example, you might need to move for your partner to have better chances, or maybe if they've got a job offer which you know, is offering them quite a lot of money, you might decide to move from your current location to support them in their move. For some of you, it might be moving abroad, so you might definitely be moving away from where you grew up, or you know, your childhood home, or vice versa. Your partner might do that for you, okay? But there's kind of movements in terms of relocating. I do see, you know, when you meet, you might be, you know, there might be a lot of talking. They might be getting to know each other on a deeper level if you hadn't already done so, and you know, there's that kind of healing that's going to take place. And obviously for those that are not looking to be married, but you just want that long-term relationship, it's when you meet and you know, you're progressing through your relationship in years, you start to get closer and closer. And where there's maybe some of you, if anyone experienced some sort of trauma from a past relationship, or any other relationship, it slowly gets healed through this beautiful union, where you experience this happiness. You find that this is an area of safe space. You have a safe space to be with, to speak, to be yourself, to be your true authentic self. So that's absolutely beautiful, my pile number 2. So that's married life. Let's see what else we can get from the tea leaf. What else can the tea leaf tell me? Okay, so we have forest, muddled, unclear thinking. We have elephant, a long journey, either physical, mental, will leave you wiser at the end, and an excited event. So I feel like this kind of just confirms, with the additional of the forest, with the muddled, unclear thinking, I feel like with some of you, just getting some clarification for the forest. So it's we've got an emotional, secure, loving family is important to you, strong, emotional, passionate love, or hate. So I feel like with some of you, during some point in your relationship or during married life, there'll be a time when you're not really thinking, you're not understanding what's going to be your next step in life. It could be around career, finances, I feel. But what you're going to do is you're going to follow your passion. So some sort of passion is going to ignite either with yourself or your partner, where you really have this strong urge to do something. So a strong urge to apply for a particular job, a strong urge to move country, a strong urge to move city, something along those lines. But you will be supported by your family as well, because you know, you might be reluctant to follow your dreams or follow that passion because you might be having to move away from friends or family. But I feel like they will be very supportive with this decision, and because for those of you that are very close to your friends and family, you know, they will, you know, support you in terms of, you might decide to, you know, regularly FaceTime, call, things like that. Okay, so there will be a time when you might have muddled or unclear thinking, which might cause or prompt this journey to happen within your life, because you then, you know, take a time out, and then you or your partner decide to follow your intuition. Okay, so with elephant here, a long journey, so this confirms the long journey. So I do feel it's around physical journey. For some of you that this does not resonate with at all, you're not looking to move, relocate or anything like that. It will be more of a mental journey that you two will experience together throughout your relationship or married life, where you go through different milestones together. And once you do that and you experience the highs and lows in life, it leaves you kind of stronger, it leaves you wiser as well, in terms of understanding life better, having a better perspective, having a different perspective, having a more larger overview. Allows you to appreciate life a lot more, allows you to prepare for the inevitable as well through that additional experience, and all of that obviously will leave you with an exciting event which will bring in the cornucopia situation with more abundance, more prosperity, and it could happen through an event, as I said, a job offer. You could come into some sort of financial winning, you could have an inheritance, it could be anything really, that would just bring this opportunity. But or for others it would just be a beautiful opportunity that comes your way. Okay, so we're going to get some further information with your tarot and see what we can get in terms of married life. What would married life be like? Ooh, King of Cups for my beautiful pile number one. Beautiful pile number one. What would married life be like? Oh my goodness, guys. Couldn't write this even if I tried. That, you know, I shuffled on camera so you can see I did not select these cards. They've come out, and you've got all the beautiful cups here. You could have a more emotionally fulfilling, supportive married life, a long-term relationship, even if you tried. So for some, not for some, for all of you, I can see that it's going to be emotionally fulfilling. It's going to be emotionally supportive, so you're both going to be very supportive of each other. So with the way I can see the Page of Cups and the King of Cups are facing and looking at each other, both holding a cup, I feel like it's going to be an equal give and take. So, you know, if you're feeling down and if you're feeling like really down, or you're going through something at any point, your partner will be able to recognize that and say, oh, and be able to kind of use their cup to fill up yours, if that makes sense. So there will be there for you however you need it, whatever your love language is. So they'll be there for you to provide you with that emotional stability, emotional guidance, emotional support, just listen to you, be your therapist. In terms of, when I say your therapist, I just mean in terms of listening to you and just being there for you, okay? Not mean literal therapist. Maybe it might be for some of you, but I don't really see that. Okay, Page of Cups here. I feel like there will be always and constantly be that romance that's been reignited and sparked. So a lot of date nights, no matter how many years you guys are together, you know, if it's long term, you're together for 10, 15, 20 years, you know, it will be renewed. There'll be, you know, there's always ups and downs in relationships. It's not going to be obviously all all perfect all the time, but there will be, when it's not perfect, there will be where you both make that conscious decision to recognize it and do something in order to come back into alignment, come back into that playful energy, come back into that youthful, caring, loving energy. Maybe date nights, or doing something that the other person really loves, buying them a gift that reminds them of a particular time, or just brings them back to a nostalgic memory, which kind of you know, grounds you back in, or whatever it may be. For others, it could just literally be date night, taking the time, cooking, just showing that that love and appreciation for each other, and also, you know, understanding each other's love language. With the Nine of Cups, it's like a dream fulfillment. So it's a dream come true type of relationship. It's something that you've always dreamt of. You might have tried to manifest it, and it's kind of come in. It's literally a wish come true. And it's a wish come true because not only is the relationship very supportive, very emotionally mature, where you can both speak to each other. So if there's issues, if you're coming across any issues, such as, you know, I don't know, you've got a neighbor that's causing a bit of problems, as an example, rather than, you know, butting heads and, you know, not agreeing on an outcome, you both come to an agreement and an outcome where you make a mutual decision to either move, to confront the situation, to just see what's up with them. This is just an example, by the way, but it's just about resolving problems together. You're both going to be strategic together. You're both going to be able to solve problems together because you're both emotionally mature. There's not one person that's kind of going to lash out and the other person not listen. You're both actually on the same page, literally. And with the Nine of Cups, as I said, it is a wish come true, a wish fulfillment. It's something that you're just like, yes, this person is not like the other people I've dated. And I feel like your person's going to feel the same as well. Like, oh, yes, you know, we've come across this kind of barrier, or we've come across this problem, and I wasn't, you know, my partner's reacted this way, and, you know, it's been on my side, and it's been open communication, and taken my feelings into consideration as well. So that is what I feel in terms of what married life will be like, or in terms of what your long-term relationship will be like. It will be emotionally fulfilling. It will be very abundant, a lot of prosperity, and yeah, it's just really good cards. You know, there will be times where, you know, there are things that are not going well for you, or, you know, you're coming across some problems with that muddled thinking, but as I said, you will both support each other's decision. So if one person is intuitively drawn to do something, or you know, wanting to solve a problem in a particular way, then the other person will be supportive of that person's decision or that person's feelings or intuition. Okay, so one final card. Oh my god, guys, I just want to cry right now. At the bottom of the deck, we've got a man holding a coin, and then we've got a woman holding a heart. Seriously, this reading is unbelievable. Unbelievable. With number 444, a lot of stability, a lot around the heart chakra, a lot around the hearts, a lot around the heart space. You'll both be holding space for each other. You'll both be holding space for each other to open up, to speak, to then, you know, resolve any situation. A lot of care, a lot of empathy, a lot of compassion in this whole marriage or relationship. And obviously with the man holding the coin at the bottom, it definitely reinforces my cornucopia, and also the abundance here. oracle card as well, healing and happiness, in terms of abundance coming your way, in terms of, you know, because I feel you two are so happy together, you're just genuine souls and genuinely happy together, and you genuinely care about each other's well-being, each other's family's well-being, then you know, there's a lot of prosperity and abundance that you are attracting. I feel like if this only takes it take it as it resonates, but the masculine of the relationship will be the person that will be attracting more abundance, maybe slightly older, and there might be, you know, the ones that has a business or opening up a business or coming in with money, but this is obviously what I'm getting for some of you. They may, you know, their love language is going to be gift giving as well. Okay, that was the additional information that I saw for you, pile number one. So what a beautiful reading for you, pile number one. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to my lovely viewer, subscriber that suggested this reading as well. And if you guys ever have any suggestion, then just feel free to pop it into the comment box, and I feel if it's appropriate or if it's something that I feel I can do, then I would definitely do a pick a card for you on that. So don't be shy to give any suggestions in the comments. If you haven't subscribed already, I love to have you join. I do loads of future spouse, future partner readings on my channel, and you know, I hope you will enjoy them. So I wish you a lovely morning, afternoon or evening, depending where you are, and I hope to see you soon. Oh, don't forget to like so I know that you enjoyed the reading. Take care, bye. Hi there, my lovely power number two, and welcome to your reading. So that's for you that selected the tea leaf oracle card. Let's shuffle some oracle cards and have a look at your married life. So as I said, this could be married life with your future spouse. What will married life be like? But for those of you that do not want to get married, it will just be your future long-term partner. What would life be like with them? Okay, so what will life be like together with your future partner or your future spouse? So for pile number two, what will life be like for them? What will life be like for pile number two? Okay, so what I see for you, I feel like for some of you there'll be kind of some attachment somehow, so I feel like it might be around family. So for some of you, you might be yourself or your partner might be attached to maybe their family, and therefore there's kind of limited there's a limit to what you guys can do together, or you want to do together, shall I say. So for example, you might want to move countries, or you might want to move to a different location, but or you might decide to do something which is maybe out the norm. But I feel like your decisions might be definitely be attached to someone else's feelings or other people's feelings or other people's well-being maybe, or if you're close and they, you know, it would affect your family, then I feel like you do feel there is that sort of tie, okay, that would affect any decisions that you both want to make. Regardless of that, your married life, your future or your life together with your future partner will be very balanced. So I see with the yin and yang, there's a lot of balanced energy between the two of you. So you might be like star signs that complement each other, or so, you know, maybe one is more grounded, so maybe earth sign, and then you've got maybe a water sign or something along those lines. But with number two as well, a lot of like you, it's a beautiful union where you guys would what's the word, not collaborate, but also discuss. So agree, make sure you compromise, you agree on any decisions that needs to be made. So it's not going to be one-sided. It's, even though you have this attachment, you know, where, you know, decisions has to be made, where you have other people's feelings or other situations that you have to actually think about or incorporate or take on board. I feel like your relationship together or your life together will be very balanced. So you'll have a lot of conversations in terms of, you know, what does that look like for you, what for you both, and your life together and your as a partnership, and what will benefit you guys as well as the other person or family member. And I feel like with the world, I feel drawn to looking at the guidebook, so just bear with me. So the guidebook says, a man in the picture is looking out over a bay above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and template some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. In the modern age of technology, this could specifically be referring to creating or expanding to a more global network through the internet or social marketing. Drawing this card also lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you now. Now is the time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it all up. So yeah, I did have my intuition obviously was thinking about a particular scenario. This kind of confirms it. So I feel like with this attachment and the world, I feel like there is something that's kind of holding you to your current, maybe an example is your current location. This is just an example. But you or the relationship wants to expand further. So, you know, you're wanting to expand, move area, maybe move out your parents' house, or move different city, or move to a different location, or move across the world to a different country. And I feel like in the relationship, you're both going to be looking that way. You're both going to want this yearning. You're both going to have this yearning or this want. But this attachment here is something that's going to be holding you back. So I feel like you might, you know, try and discuss how you know you're going to overcome this issue, what that will look like for you both. But also I feel like it's for some of you, you might decide to, you know, make plans. For others, it might be like if you do have a business that's needed to expand, you might decide to take it online. But I'm not really getting that too much about businesses. I'm literally getting about you maybe wanting to widen your environment. I feel like you're wanting to expand your energy outwards more, and there's this bit of a conflicting energy with the attachment. But no matter what, I do see that your partner is going to be very supportive, and you're both going to have the same wants, if that makes sense. With the world card, you're both looking out, you're both wanting to look at your horizons, you're both wanting to grow. Okay, so that's something that I see. Okay, so let's see what else we got. Let's get one more. Okay, please I'm going to get two more to clarify this. Okay, so we have broken ring, parting of ways in either romance or business, temporary situation and dealings or relationship with a man or with blonde, grey or white hair. So this is, right, two messages here. So just take it as it resonates. I feel like for some of you, like this is a very, very, very small number of you. There might be a temporary time where maybe one of you is I feel like one of you is hung up on an ex, and this person, so I feel like this is where this attachment comes in, where this comes and brings in a bit of conflict within the relationship, and there's a temporary situation where you guys might have a bit of a disagreement, a bit of a break, a bit of a, you know, going through a difficult time because of this. So you might part ways for a very, very, very small amount of time. Okay. So I have to say what I see. Just take it as it resonates. If it's something that could potentially be your story, if it's nothing to do with you, then obviously just leave this message and just take, you know, whatever message is coming through that does resonate with you. So for others, so that was one example. So another example is some of you might have attachment. So it's a business attachment that's causing a bit of conflict, a bit of restriction, because that's where the money's coming in. And that's causing a bit of that may cause a bit of problem in your married or life or in your partnership, but I feel like it will resolve itself with maybe a bit of a help from a business partner. So your business partner might decide to buy you out, or they might decide to bring in or inject some money in order to you know, stop the stress. Okay, so that's to resolve the stress. So that's a temporary situation. The other one is that with the attachment, where you're attached to family members, or maybe a home, or, you know, not being able to move from that environment, I feel like you will be parting ways for a small amount of time, where you will be able to detach yourself, but it will be a temporary situation. So it will be something that you know, it depending how it goes, for some it might turn into a long-term success, where you are able to move on and detach and you know, live your life. So different scenarios, as I said, different things have come up, because this is a general reading with many of you watching, so do take what resonates with you. For a lot of you, I do see that the married life would bring about some beautiful work success, so achievement, so you'll bring in some sort of prosperity. There will be evolution, so your relationship will evolve into some a lot of celebration, a lot of romance will be injected, because you're both able to have that yin and yang, able to speak, talk about it. For that very small number of you, this could even be one person watching this, where it was where you were hung up on your ex, and then it brought about a bit of situation, a disagreement, and in your married life, or in your long-term partnership. I do feel like you guys will be able to talk it out. Your partner does sound like there's someone that's very reasonable, understanding, forgiving. I don't feel like, obviously it's not going to be a breakup, you're not going to break up at all, it's not going to I don't feel like it's going to, you know, end up in a divorce or anything like that. So this is for that one or two people that this resonated with. So sorry guys, you know, I just had to give that message for that person. As I said, for others, you do have a work achievement success. So either you or your partner would have an opportunity that comes up for work, and this might take you to moving and broadening out, or it would just, you know, allow more options to come into your life. So life would be like, it's like you would come across a bit of hardship, which you both would be able to discuss and come get over, but you would have a lot of success coming your way as your relationship evolves. In terms of, there will be romance, celebration, party. I do feel like for those of you that are very close to your family members, that this will continue to happen. For those of you that have large families, you know, you guys' families will come together. You'd either go to your partner's family, they will come to your family's house. There will be a lot of family celebrations. I can see that you might be traveling the world to go see family members as well, visiting them and for birthdays, weddings and things like that. So a lot of traveling, a lot of family events, a lot of celebrations happening. And I feel like both of you or one of you will just have a lot of success around your career, around your work, because I feel like you're both balanced as well in your energy, so that you will be able to balance work life as well. Okay, so let's see what else I can get for you. Part number 2. Oops. Okay, let's get clarification for the Six of Pentacles. I didn't get that. Oh, okay. So, part number 2, as I said, with the Two of Swords, there will be some indecisions that will need to be made. Sorry, not be made. There will be some indecisions that will happen during your married life or your relationship, and that's something that you will both be able to communicate and resolve. Okay, so there will be things where you both see different points of view, but you will be able to you know, discuss and come together to come to an agreement or be able to resolve any situation. There's also things that you're unable to see, or there's situations where you won't be able to see how to resolve it. So with this attachment, whatever that would be for you, I feel like you might be feeling like, I don't know how to resolve this situation, I don't know what to do, but there will be some sort of clarity that will come in your relationship, where you both will be able to come to some sort of happier and resolve. Okay, and this will happen very quickly when you both put your heads together, and this will be resolved very quickly. It's a lot of like quick energy I see in terms of moving it along. Okay, I do see that you both will have a lot of patience for each other, or if you guys decide to have an online business, there will be a little time where you will need to wait before you'll see a return. So there was patience around that time, but whatever seeds that you sow, you will see fruits of your labor, definitely. So it will be seeds that you sow in terms of emotionally, but also material wise within your relationship. So if you spent time studying for a particular course, or you know, to train or to specialize in an area, all that time that you spent will bring about a very good strong foundation and really excellent opportunities to you both, okay, in your married life. So I do see a lot of clarity with the Ace of Swords. No matter what happens, you will always be given the truth, always have some sort of clarity that will come out of any indecision or any attachment that you feel, or you know, any sort of gloomier energies. I feel like this is going to be a very strong relationship, but I feel like you are both going to be individually strong people, strong-minded, and which is why it's a really good balance, because you are both able to be strong enough to get through any times or any difficulties together, and come to some sort of clarity, or seek the truth, or seek clarity to any situation, and communicate very well. So there's going to be excellent communication between the two of you as well. Okay, so let's just pick a couple more. Just one outcome card. Okay, so we've got community and envy that's come out. So you could have people that are envying your relationship or your married life, the way that you guys work together, the way that you guys are able to come out of any situation, the way that you guys are able to communicate, and when there's any indecision, the way that you're both able to resolve any temporary hardships and things like that. Okay, so I feel like there's going to be quite a lot of people or some particular person around you that's going to envy your relationship, envy your marriage, because of this beautiful balance and this beautiful that you have between the two of you and how strong your relationship is. With community card, I do feel like you guys are very family orientated, friends orientated as well, so they play a major part in your life, in any decisions that you make would be affected based on obviously your families, either or both. So I do see that very strongly, but I feel like it will be something that, as I said, you will both be able to decide on any relevant decisions that you both want to make for yourselves to better your relationship, or just to have that natural next step in life. Okay. So yeah, with the romance celebration party, as I said earlier, there is a lot that's going to happen with the community card. So a lot of traveling for friends, families, birthdays, and special occasions. And not only that, I feel like it's just something that you're in constant communication with each other's family. So I do see a lot of people around you. I do see you, you know, being around a lot of people, but also I do see you focusing a lot on your a career individually, and together finding a way, or finding how that would work and come together for success and joy of your relationship. Okay, so I hope that made sense for you. So that's what I see in terms of married life for you, pile number 2. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please feel free to give it a thumbs up, and also if you haven't subscribed already, I'd love to have you join. I do future spouse or future partner readings all the time on this channel, and you know, I'd love to have you join. But thank you so much for watching this video. As I said, if it resonated, please give it a thumbs up, sorry. And I'd like to thank my viewer, subscriber, for watching this. For making this suggestion for this picker card as well. If you guys want to make any suggestions, then please feel free to do so in the comment box below. And if I can, or I feel it's quite appropriate, then I will do the picker card on your chosen topic or suggested topic. I wish you a beautiful morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where you are, and I hope to see you soon. Hi, my lovely pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. So let's have a look at what married life will be like for you. And as I mentioned earlier, in the pile selection, it's married life, and if you do not want to get married, it's your future long-term relationship. Okay, so I'm going to pull a few oracle cards, and then we'll get some clarification with tarot for you. Okay, so what would married life be like for pile number 3? What would married life be like for pile number 3? What would married life be like for pile number 3? Okay, so pile number 3, I feel like married life for you guys will be full of love, care, and affection. So your future partners, regardless of their gender, will be, because it says man holding a heart, but it could, if you're watching for female, then it could be obviously then just flip it over. But so your future partner is going to be very caring, loving, very understanding, I feel. So no matter what you'll be going through, together or individually, during your married life or your relationship, your future spouse is going to be very nurturing. They're going to be really understanding. So say you decide that, you know, you started a job and you really do not like it, it's you know, not really doing well, you're not really doing well in terms of you're not enjoying it, it's having an effect on your mental health, for example, or just your health in general, then they'll happily say to you, you know, just leave it, you know, it's nothing is more important than your health. And you know, in that situation you might just come across a little bit of financial constraint in terms of money coming in for a short period of time. It's not going to be where you want it to be, but that's just going to be like one phase in your relationship. Obviously this does not determine your whole married life through a pick a card. Okay, so it's just like a little snapshot, and obviously only take what resonates. But there may be a period of time where you might have financial constraint. So as I said, one example could be obviously you not liking your job, or it could be that you're literally having difficulty finding work after you know, after university, or after, you know, your your having completed your qualification, for example. That could be another example. But I feel like that there will be a period where there is a little bit of hardship around finances. Now it's financial constraints. It's not, you know, a major big you know, financial issue. It's not like you can't get through, you know, it's not like you can't make ends meet or anything like that. It will just be like a little bit of time where you're just maybe having some sort of difficulty. But throughout this time, your partner's going to be very supportive, very caring, you know, as I said, very compassionate. And it could be vice versa. It could be that they're going through a hard time, and you're the person that's been very supportive to them. Okay, but I feel like in general the relationship will be one where you're both very understanding of each other's needs. There's going to be some sort of attachment that might be causing the financial constraints. So again, it could be you know, you having responsibilities. For some of you, there might you or your partner may have children. That's just for some. From a previous relationship, or it could be that you have other attachments, so maybe student loans, or maybe sort of loans taken out. That's just one example. Another one could be you know, if you wanting to continue, or you know, upgrade or have a career progression, it would just require a bit more investment financially in kind of like completing the next level in terms of whatever you're studying. So you know, like masters or level 5, level 7 in whatever qualification or field you're studying. That's just an example. Right, so that's your I feel like there might be times where you are kind of maybe struggling, as I mentioned. So it doesn't have to be just financial as well. It could be other responsibilities that are kind of tying you down, or making you feel like you know, you can't make certain decisions due to this. But again, because there's a lot of care, compassion and love in your relationship, I feel like it's something that you are going to be able to work through, and will come out the other end. Okay, so let's find out what's married life going to be like. Married life for pile number . Okay, married life for pile number 3. Okay, so okay, so for some of you, your partner might need to have to travel for work, and I feel like because of this, they're constantly going to be thinking of you. So there might be a period where you guys, maybe one person's going to have to stay back, and maybe they're having to travel abroad, or they're having to travel to a different city, or maybe they are having to travel away for a couple of nights, a week, or something along those lines. And but throughout that time, obviously there's going to be, I feel like, clear communication. There's going to be a lot of care. They're going to be checking in on you just to make sure you're okay, how you're feeling, you know, small little gestures like, have you eaten, what have you eaten today, what will you eat tonight, you know, have you seen the family, what you're doing. So there's going to be that real caring, compassionate communication that's going to happen between of you, the two of you. I feel like for some of you, not for all, your partner might be younger than you. That's just something separate that's coming up. For others, you might have a friend coming in that's going to be very supportive in addition to your marriage during your married life to support you with this constraint. I do feel like during this time you're both going to be learning lessons in terms of once you go through difficult times together, your bond will become stronger, you'll understand each other a lot more, you will be able to have that close connection and understanding. Okay, it is only a period of time where you might go through this kind of constraints and kind of a maybe difficult situation, but I don't see it as being kind of a major theme. Obviously it will just be very a small snapshot situation of part of your married life. So obviously this does not determine your whole married life together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to which I haven't done for other piles, I'm going to just pull some additional oracle, so just to see other information about your married life. Okay, so we have the Sun. Beautiful. And then we have contract. And we have the door to personal healing and happiness. Perfect. So I feel married life, obviously you'll be able to get through any difficulties together, but in general it was going to be a really happy time. You're going to both be able to go through different cycles in life. So for those that want children, you will happily have children, your abundance will flourish, you'll be able to find your happiness in terms of your inspiration, your motivation. So what motivates you, what inspires you, and I feel like you'll be able to follow that in terms of maybe your career, location, where you live, where you work, what you do together. With contract, I feel like there'll be maybe an opportunity coming into your life in terms of maybe something to do with a job, something to do with signing some legality, so maybe purchasing your own home, or it could be sort of a joint venture business, something along those lines, but that would involve kind of some additional contract. So you know, obviously if you want to get married, it will be marriage, but other than that, it will be something to do with your career or maybe your abundance. Sorry. So I feel like the relationship's going to be kind of a healing one. So once you overcome any challenges together, it's going to be healing, because maybe for you or your future spouse or partner, what it was before is the person you were with. For some of you that were in previous relationships, the person wasn't very caring, understanding, or you know, when you came across any difficulties, they would either run, come into conflict with you, cause arguments and things like that. But I feel like with this person, or it might not just be a past partner, it could be people around you. So people you were around, you know, were a bit kind of not very supportive. But what you'll find is that with your future spouse, during your married life together, if you do come across, or when you do come across difficulties or issues, it's something that, because you've been able to resolve it amicably, gently, and just like with each other's well-being at heart, then obviously this is going to cause healing. You will feel like you'll be able to relax subconsciously, which will then open up further happiness into your life and attract kind of maybe more situations that are sort of calmer and yeah, just in general a lot calmer. So obviously allowing you to go through any lessons together. So let's go through. Okay, justice right under contract. We have the Fool, the Star. I feel like any hardships that you'll be able to I'll just cover this card. You'll be able to overcome any hardships and together you'll be able to see the brighter day, see brighter time. I feel like if there's any new beginning or any decisions that need to be made mutually to benefit the both of you or your family at that time, then it's something that you're both happy to do and take the leap of faith. So if it's purchasing a new home, obviously that's where the contract comes under, then you'll both take that leap of faith together and sign on the dotted line. If it's a new job that maybe your partner or yourself might need to take on and maybe move location, or maybe have to spend a little bit of time apart in order to bring more abundance and security to the family, then again that's something that you're both happy to do. Maybe for you, you might decide to relocate closer to their work, or just, you know, find some way to adapt to them, okay, to the situation, sorry. Okay, so a lot of fairness in the relationship. We've got strength come out as well, so a lot of fairness in the relationship, a lot of mutual decision, a lot of balance, and I feel the relationship and the marriage to be one to be very strong, to be able to overcome and weather any storms, and in general just that amount of strength that's going to be there, that's going to form after and whilst you're both going through any difficult times, to bring about that stronger connection. So yeah, that's what I see for you, pile number 3. Let me see if I get any other information. Okay, so I feel like it's going to be a sort of like all relationships, you'll have up and downs, you'll have situations to deal with, you know, but generally it's going to be a very happy marriage. And you know, once you've overcome any difficulties together, once you know you progress through time, then any further challenges would be overcome a lot easier, a lot quicker, because you'll both understand each other's personalities, you'll both understand you know, how to work well together, so it'll be like a really well-oiled machine. Okay, pile number 3, so that's all I see for you. Feel free to give it a thumbs up if it resonated with you. If you haven't already, then please feel free to subscribe. I do future spouse readings a lot on this channel, and if you do have any suggestions for any picker cards that you would like to watch in the future, then just feel free to put it in the comments, and if I feel that I can do that reading and it's appropriate, then I will go ahead and do so, as this was a viewer suggestion, this particular picker card. So thank you for your time, and I hope to see you soon.